Did you ever think that you would be running for sheriff?
No. This is not a calculated step I've taken my entire life to get here.
Aaron Spencer made national headlines when he launched his campaign to run for sheriff of Lono County, Arkansas. That's because he's also charged with second-degree murder.
Thank you, man. When's your court date?
Sorry, not till later this spring.
While he's pleaded not guilty, Spencer readily admits to shooting and killing 67-year-old Michael Fosler, his teenage daughter's alleged sexual abuser. At the time of the shooting, Fosler was awaiting trial on dozens of charges, including sexual assault and internet stalking of a child, and had a no-contact order against Spencer's daughter. Ahead of his own trial, Spencer is advised by his lawyer to not discuss his case, but his wife previously said they thought their daughter had been kidnapped that night on October 8, 2024.
It was the middle of the night when Spencer and his wife discovered that their daughter was missing, and court documents show he jumped in his truck to go looking for her, eventually finding her in this area right here. She was with Fosler, and this is also where the confrontation took place.
According to court documents, Spencer said he observed his daughter trying to exit Fosler's vehicle, but it appeared Fosler grabbed her and stopped her. Spencer said Fosler then exited his vehicle with an unknown object in his hand and lunged at him, and that's when he opened fire. His wife saying we 100% in the moment thought he had taken her to kill her because she was the only witness in Fosler's upcoming trial.
And your daughter specifically, how's she doing?
Things can be a little bit of a roller coaster at times. I think that's anybody who's dealt with trauma.
Just over a year from that night,
I'm announcing my candidacy to run for Lono County Sheriff.
When you decide to do this, you already are facing charges.
It was a very big decision, and it was a family decision.
What was her reaction?
And they were like, "You're crazy, right? You know, that's wild. Why would we do this?" Honestly, I think I was like a lot of other people where we didn't fully pay attention to what was happening in our local communities, the ramification and impact that these types of elections have at the home front here.
running against Spencer on the Republican ticket is longtime incumbent John Staley.
I'm John Staley, your Lono County Sheriff.
He's also the sheriff who oversaw Spencer's arrest.
I don't think Aaron Spencer's a bad person. I think that he was trying to protect his child, and there's a lot more to this case that I can't even release, that we've found, that we've worked on.
How has this case just sort of, and the fact that he is running for sheriff, impacted this community, in your opinion?
A lot of people are just saying, I would do what he did. I don't blame him. And although I can understand why people feel that way, you've got to separate your feelings when you're a law enforcement officer.
To think you can just take the law into your own hands like that and then still think you can run for sheriff, it's just weird.
What do you say to those people who are like, oh, he's just doing this to help his criminal trial?
No, it definitely hasn't made anything easier. I did what any good father would do to save and protect their child.
He doesn't have any law enforcement background. That doesn't bother you?
Not one bit. No, he does not.
When I was 5 or 6 years old, it was the first time I was molested. And that's why I want Aaron Spencer to stop things like that from happening.
There were women there who were victims themselves of sexual assault.
We've been hearing
you're the
that,
reason.
Yeah, all year, all year. They have been reaching out to us.
Are you prepared for all scenarios in your future?
I would be lying to say I wasn't stressed or anything like that. And I think if you're going into office and you're not scared about it, or you're dealing with a trial and you're not a little scared about it, I think that's definitely the wrong behavior and attitude and thought process to have.